Hello, and welcome to a short video discussing the implications of ethically aligned design on current and future autonomous weapon systems. In this video, we'll be covering a lot of information. Feel free to pause at any moment, but don't worry, all key information is covered in the audio. So what is ethically aligned design? It's the goal of ensuring all new and emerging technologies remain aligned with our ethical values and account for possible societal, cultural, and environmental impacts. Why is it important? Technology's role is to serve humanity, a role sometimes forgotten in the eyes of optimization. With the dawn of AI, more and more of our systems control is being handed over to machines. With the limits of Moore's law raising the importance of efficiency, it's imperative we ensure new autonomous or intelligent systems are designed with humanity at heart. EAD follows five general principles. Autonomous or intelligent systems must always be subordinate to human control and respect human rights, freedoms, dignity, culture, and safety, while not being granted the same rights themselves. Some human labor work alongside these systems, and so the psychological needs of these humans must be prioritized over the system. Hence, optimization of well-being factors must never be carried out by the machine. Responsibility, culpability, liability, and accountability from the system to human beings must be established at a suitable standard for court's rulings before a system's deployment. The system should have full traceability both from technological standpoint and a stakeholder's perspective, such that even on the consumer level, human accountability from the system can be easily determined. Technology will always be misused and taken advantage of, but this should be minimized by the widespread education of consumers, developers, and lawmakers, such that the dangers of the system are evident and laws can be defined, persuading those who seek misuse while protecting those who may fall victim. Autonomous weapon systems are defined as weapon systems with any level of autonomy in their critical systems, such as facial recognition, target acquisition, or threat evaluation, alongside the kinematic systems which engage with the target. Today, some high autonomy facial recognition systems, such as China's Skynet, are fully deployed and operational. These systems have proven accurate and effective. With the progression of AI, will only become more so, but the potential for these systems in autonomous weaponry raises many ethical questions. While widespread surveillance could accelerate the identification of potential terrorists, the principle of distinction can be difficult for even a trained soldier. So, who's to say a cold machine is more qualified in a life or death situation? Furthermore, our stakeholders are no longer limited to those close to the target. Instead, every human being covered by the surveillance network becomes a stakeholder whose rights and well-beings must be respected while complicating the system's transparency. The US-led system, SAFR, provides such systems quoted beyond visual line of sight. These systems can function with high autonomy and carry out wide surveillance from high altitudes. Using such systems for military purposes can leave our five principles in question. So how can autonomous weapon systems exist with ethically aligned design? The question is whether the ends can be justified by the means, a question whose answer depends on the ethos at hand. Buddhism is the strictest of our selection when it comes to moral code, seeking an end to all violence and abandonment of all worldly attachments. Violence is, however, acknowledged to occasionally be a necessary evil, provided MAGA is not compromised in the process. This ethical model would fit defensive systems, such as the Israeli Iron Dome or the UK's Dragonfire, as they protect living beings without directly endangering other forms of life. For offensive operations, the Mahayana scriptures justify killing for the means of saving lives, so there could be an argument for ethical use, provided the target is about to commit a worse evil and is first offered a chance at redemption. Aristotelian ethics follows a play-fair ethos, mirrored in a similar manner by Kantian ethics, which relies on an individual's innate sense of right and wrong. To deem an action as ethical, it must be applied from every perspective without discrepancies. A similar Eastern ethical model, Confucianism, holds a seemingly more defined version of our Aristotelian virtues, which will leave less room for circumstance in our question of perspective. To apply Ubuntu to AWS raises even more ethical questions, as we must establish who the respective people are. Does the community include the enemy? Would that justify a machine acting on our behalf? And to what extent does the community decide, and where does the community end? During the Ukrainian conflict, improvised explosives have been made from commercial first-person view drones dubbed Angry Birds. While these are currently human-controlled, modern facial recognition software makes it only a short step from a cheap, mass-produced, autonomous killing machine. While proven incredibly effective in its low autonomy, its high autonomy cousin, the Marichka drone, has proven even more so during its deployment in the Black Sea. The current practice is not only deemed ethical but largely funded by Western society. One can only wonder how this perspective would change if Russia was to take the next step. A similarly contextual model, Shinto follows a belief in all of nature being inhabited by spirits called kami, which carry out a quasi-karmic ethical system. This ethical practice closely relates to our third principle of EAD. Traditionally, military accountability has been relatively simple. From the person pulling the trigger to who gave the order, there is a clear chain of command with rules and restrictions at each point. With autonomous weapon systems, we lose this luxury. As our machines themselves cannot be accountable, accountability must be traced back to whoever is morally responsible, and hence our fourth principle follows. As such, allowing an autonomous weapon system to carry out lethal judgment would be a direct violation of Shinto ethics. However, adopting a shoot to maim system could be justifiable given suitable context. Autonomous weapon systems are on the doorstep of modern military technology, and so it is important now more than ever to consider ethically aligned design, not only the engineering of new technologies, but in the new laws and international framework required to contain them. Names like Elon Musk, Steve Wozniak, and the late Stephen Hawking have all warned against the prominence of these technologies, including signatures on a 2013 letter from the International Joint Conference on Artificial Intelligence. Thank you for watching.